What if I told you that someone can track your exact location without you suspecting anything? And what if I told you that you'll willingly hand it over by clicking just one button? Welcome back to Tech Sky. Today we're exposing one of the most dangerous privacy attacks happening right now, revealing how attackers extract precise GPS coordinates from smartphones without any technical exploits. No zero-day vulnerabilities or security breaches, just human trust that gets compromised. I'll demonstrate exactly how this works and teach you how to spot these traps before you become a victim. But before we begin, I need to make something absolutely clear. Everything demonstrated in this video is strictly for educational purposes only. The knowledge you are about to gain comes with significant responsibility. Location tracking techniques are designed for security research, penetration testing, and understanding privacy vulnerabilities in location services. However, using these techniques to track individuals without consent, stalk victims, or facilitate illegal activities is not only unethical, but illegal in many jurisdictions. Use this knowledge to protect your privacy and understand location-based attacks, never to harm others. Location tracking attacks exploit the GPS and location services built into every modern smartphone. These aren't technical exploits or software vulnerabilities. They're social engineering attacks that manipulate human trust. Here's how it works. Modern web browsers have a built-in location API that allows websites to request your GPS coordinates. When a legitimate website like Google Maps or Uber asks for your location, it makes sense. You need directions or a ride, so you click Allow. The browser accesses your GPS chip and provides precise latitude and longitude coordinates accurate within meters. Attackers exploit this same legitimate feature. They create convincing fake scenarios where requesting location seems natural. A dating app showing matches nearby. A food delivery service confirming your address. A weather app providing local forecasts. A ride-sharing service connecting you with drivers. The context is so believable that victims click Allow without suspicion. The moment you grant permission, several pieces of information get captured. Your exact GPS coordinates showing latitude and longitude. Your device information revealing operating system, hardware specifications, and browser version. Your IP address exposing your internet service provider and approximate location. All this data gets sent to the attacker's server instantly. What makes these attacks particularly dangerous is their simplicity. No malware installation required. No sophisticated hacking tools needed. Just a well-designed web page and a convincing story. The victim voluntarily hands over their location, thinking they're interacting with a legitimate service. Real-world scenarios are endless. An attacker sends a message claiming to be a delivery service confirming your address before shipping. You click the link, see a professional-looking page, and grant location access to verify your address. Today I'll demonstrate exactly how these attacks work, using a tool called Seeker. You'll see how easy it is to create these convincing pages, and what information gets captured. Then we'll cover practical defenses to protect yourself. Let's dive in. Open your terminal. Before we start, let's make sure our system is updated. Type sudo apt update to refresh our package lists, then sudo apt upgrade to ensure we have the latest tools and security patches. Now we need to download the location tracking tool. Open your web browser and search for Seeker GitHub. The tool repository appears in the first result. Click to open it. You'll see the project page with documentation about the tool and how it works. Feel free to scroll through and read about its features, but I'll walk you through everything step by step right here. Copy the repository link. Back in your terminal, type git clone, paste that link, and press enter. The repository starts cloning to your local machine. Once that finishes, navigate into the directory by typing cd seeker. Type ls to see what we're working with. Several files appear, but two are important right now. Seeker.py is the main tool, and install.sh handles all the dependency installation. We need to make that installation script executable. Type chmod plus x install.sh, then run it with /install.sh. The script installs all required dependencies automatically. We're ready to run the tool. Type python3 seeker.py and press enter. The main menu appears showing multiple templates, each designed for a different social engineering scenario. These templates create believable contexts for why location access would be needed. I'll use the first one, near you. Type 0 and press enter to select it. The web server launches on port 8080. Let's see what this looks like. Switch to your web browser and type localhost:8080 in the address bar. Look at this interface. Clean, professional design that appears to be a legitimate meetup or dating service. The message talks about connecting with someone nearby, which makes requesting location seem natural and reasonable. Watch what happens when I click continue. The browser immediately prompts for location access. This looks identical to any legitimate location request you've seen before. Nothing indicates this is malicious. To someone expecting to meet someone or verify their location, clicking allow seems perfectly safe. After granting permission, a coming soon message appears. But the real work already happened. The moment I clicked allow, my location was captured. Switch back to the terminal running Seeker. Look at everything that was captured. Complete device information showing operating system, platform architecture, CPU cores, RAM, GPU details, and screen resolution. The IP address appears as localhost since we're testing locally. And most importantly, precise GPS coordinates displaying latitude and longitude. The tool even generates a Google Maps link. Open it, and you'll see a pin marking the exact location that was captured. The accuracy is remarkable. This demonstrates the power of social engineering perfectly. No hacking, no exploits, just convincing context that makes victims voluntarily share sensitive information. Now this was running locally on our machine. Let's test this on another device to simulate a real attack scenario. To make our local server accessible from the internet, I'll use Surveo because it's simple and free. Open a new terminal window. Type ssh-r80:localhost:8080 surveo.net and press enter. If this is your first time connecting, it asks to verify the host key. Type yes to continue. Surveo generates a public URL and displays it on screen. Copy that link. This URL now forwards directly to our local server, making it accessible from anywhere on the internet. This is exactly how attackers would distribute the malicious page to their targets. Back in your Seeker terminal, clear the previous output so we can see fresh captured data clearly. Now I'm opening this link on my test mobile device. Surveo displays a security notice first, since we're using their forwarding service, actually a smart safeguard against misuse. I'll click Continue to Site. There's our interface, perfectly responsive on mobile with that same professional design. I tap Continue, and the location permission prompt appears instantly. This is exactly what victims see. The prompt says, the site wants to access your location. In a meetup scenario, or when expecting a delivery, this seems legitimate. I'll tap Allow. The coming soon message appears, but check the Seeker terminal now. Everything captured in real time. Look at the device details. Operating system, hardware specifications, browser information, and screen resolution. Attackers use this to identify which device-specific exploits might work later. The IP address reveals your internet service provider and approximate geographic area through geolocation. But here's what matters most. Precise GPS coordinates with latitude and longitude, accurate within meters of where you're actually standing. Open that Google Maps link, and you'll see the pin placed exactly where my phone was located. The accuracy is frightening. From a single tap on Allow, an attacker now knows the victim's exact physical location. This is the complete attack cycle. A convincing web page, a believable scenario, and a location permission request that appears legitimate. The victim thinks they're interacting with a real service, while unknowingly revealing their precise location to an attacker. So how do you protect yourself? The key is awareness combined with healthy skepticism. Never grant location permission unless you absolutely need to. Ask yourself why a website needs your GPS coordinates. Google Maps needs it for directions. Uber needs it to connect you with drivers. Food delivery apps need it to find your address. But random websites, social media profiles, or unexpected links have no legitimate reason to know your precise location. Learn to recognize what genuine location requests look like. When you're actively using navigation or a service that requires your location, the request makes sense. But if someone you just matched with sends a link asking for location, verify their identity first. If you receive a delivery confirmation requesting location access, contact the company directly through official channels instead of clicking the link. Check your browser's location permissions regularly. In your settings, review which sites have been granted access. Revoke permissions for sites you don't recognize or no longer use. Your phone settings let you disable location services entirely or limit which apps can access it. Enable location only when you're actually using navigation or services that genuinely require it. Most importantly, share this knowledge. Many people have no idea how easily location can be extracted through social engineering. Educate your friends and family about these attacks. This knowledge could protect someone from becoming a stalking victim or worse. If you found this valuable, hit that like button and hype the video. Subscribe and enable notifications to stay updated with the latest security insights. Share this with anyone who uses smartphones and location services, because this knowledge could prevent them from becoming stalking victims. In the comments, tell me if you've ever encountered suspicious location requests or what security topic you'd like covered next. Until then, this is Tech Sky, your ultimate battleground of cybersecurity and ethical hacking. Stay curious, stay ethical, and keep learning.